KSMO Salem.
AP News, I'm Haya Panjwani. President Trump says he's had a very good call with Ukrainian counterpart Volodymyr Zelensky. AP Washington correspondent Sagar Meghani.
It was roughly an hour shorter than the call the president had yesterday with Vladimir Putin. He says today's aim was to align both Russia and Ukraine in terms of requests and needs in the bid to reach a ceasefire. Putin had agreed not to target Ukraine's infrastructure, but did not back a full 30-day ceasefire, which Ukraine supports.
The U.S. Institute of Peace Board is suing after firings and DOJ staff have accessed the headquarters. Speaking with reporters, George Moose, who was ousted as the UN Institute of Peace's president and CEO, said he tried to get DOJ to understand that USIP is not an executive branch agency.
We had communicated with them before, going all the way back to February the 24th. We had conversations with them in which we sought to explain our purpose, our status as a non-executive branch agency created by Congress.
In an AP interview, Larry Sabato, the director of the University of Virginia Center for Politics, says the newly released JFK files could cast a light on events of the 1960s JFK assassination in Dallas.
Some of it's about Cuba, some of it's about what the CIA did or didn't do relative to Lee Harvey Oswald. Some of it is about assassination plots against Castro and, for all we know, other people.
Juju Watkins of Southern California and Hannah Hidalgo of Notre Dame have joined an elite group. They've made the Associated Press All-America team in their first 2 seasons playing college basketball. The European Union has outlined the steps that Apple must take to open up its iPhone and iPad operating systems to work better with competing technology. This is AP News. AP correspondent Julie Walker reports Louisiana put a man to death in the state's first nitrogen gas execution.
Louisiana used nitrogen gas to put Jesse Hoffman Jr. to death Tuesday for killing Molly Elliott. Witnesses said he appeared to shake. Officials maintain the method is painless. Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill.
Molly was brutally and mercilessly raped and murdered. She was only 28 years old. That was nearly 30 years ago. Tonight, justice was served.
The execution comes after a 15-year hiatus in the state. Samantha Kennedy with the Promise of Justice Initiative says they hope this is not a pattern.
There are states around us that are what we call the killing states, and I don't think that it's helpful or wise for Louisiana to follow that.
3 other executions by lethal injection are scheduled this week in Arizona, Florida, and Oklahoma. I'm Julie Walker.
I'm Haya Panjwani. AP News.
Want to know the best way to spend your day? Snag the buy one, add one for $1 deal only at McDonald's. Go for the classic Filet-O-Fish, iconic Big Mac, or tender 10-piece Chicken McNuggets. Prices and participation may vary, cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Have you checked out the Country Mart website at www.tcmarkets.com? If not, you really need to. You'll find their weekly specials, coupons, inside the store information, and also tasty recipes from TC Markets on there as well. Plus, don't forget to like Country Mart's Facebook page. Like or comment on it for a chance to win something from the deli, and the winner will be announced on Wednesday each week. Just another reason to shop at Country Mart in Salem.
The madness. Step back 3, left wing on the way. Good. Starts. Baseline to the rim. Jams it as he hangs and got fouled. Now. Bang! Number 4 goes down. It's the NCAA tournament. Join us Thursday, live from Wichita, Kansas. It's Mizzou and Drake. Our coverage begins at 6 on your home for Mizzou basketball. Powers it up and jams it. Just put him on a poster. The Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
At KSMO, let's take a look at the weather in this noon hour, and it is very windy outside again. Wind advisory remains in effect till 8 tonight, and a red flag warning remains in effect through 8 o'clock tonight as well for not only wind, but low relative humidity. So please, no burning of any kind in any way, shape, or form, please. We'll have intermittent sun and some clouds. It'll be breezy. We're not going to get any hotter than it is right now. We are going to see temperatures actually start falling this afternoon, and we'll have a low around 55 by 5 o'clock. It'll be breezy throughout the entire day and through tonight. Winds consistently 23 up to 29 miles an hour, gusting as high as 45 to 50. Then there'll be a slight chance of some rain this evening, changing over into some snow by later tonight. Cloudy and a low of 29. We will have wind chill values as low as 18 by early Thursday morning. It'll be breezy with westerly winds at 18 to 25 miles an hour, becoming northwesterly after midnight. The chance of getting some precipitation, 50%, and winds could gust up to 40 miles an hour. We'll have clouds through mid-morning on Thursday. Gradually, the sun will make its way out by the afternoon. High of 51. With northwesterly winds at 12 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 30. And then Thursday night, clear, low of 30, with northwest winds calming down to about 5 to 8 miles an hour, becoming light and variable after midnight. For Friday, partly sunny, high of 63. Winds out of the south will come back at about 5 up to 15 miles an hour, and there could be gusts in the afternoon up to 35. Clear Friday night, low of 36. Sunny on Saturday, back to 61 for a high. Showers are likely on Saturday night after midnight. Cloudy otherwise, low of 42. And showers in the morning Sunday, cloudy and a high of 64 degrees. Currently here at KSMO Radio, it is 69. The winds are out of south-southwest at 25, gusting up to 40 miles an hour. 33% the relative humidity, with a 15% chance of getting a sprinkle yet during the day today. So kind of keep that in mind. There are some clouds rolling through that could have a little moisture in them, but not much. Just 15% chance here during this early afternoon. At KSMO Radio, that's a look at weather brought to you as a courtesy of all of us right here at KSMO Radio. It's time for the Brownfield Commentary and Livestock Report brought to you as a courtesy of all of us right here at KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station. Now the Brownfield Commentary and Livestock Report brought to you by KSMO Radio.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. Spring is here. It will not be long until planting begins in earnest, and the next crop season is off to the races. It is this week in which the spring equinox falls that is officially designated as National Agriculture Week. National Ag Day and the entire week offer great opportunities for companies, organizations, and individuals to highlight the success and importance of agriculture at the local, state, and national levels. Although it's important to have a laser focus one day or 1 week of the year, we would do ourselves a favor by sharing this message throughout the year. And about that message, there are some really amazing facts about agriculture. For example, each American farmer feeds more than 166 people, which is a dramatic increase over the 25 people a farmer fed in the 1960s. But why should anyone care? How does that increased productivity impact those who are not employed in agriculture? When you're talking to people about the importance of agriculture, give them a reason to care. Make the story as much about them as it is about you. Agriculture is a huge economic driver in the Midwest. The sizable income and property tax revenue generated by agriculture helps build and maintain schools and roads across the Corn Belt. I do enjoy sharing those amazing facts about agriculture, but I need to work a little harder on making the story a little less about me and a little more about the consumer with whom I'm having that conversation. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
Black vultures can be harmful to livestock operations across Missouri.
The range of black vultures have generally been in the southern part of the United States, but as their range has expanded into Missouri, the number of conflicts has been increasing over time.
Mitigation efforts are available through the USDA.
One of the main tools that we use is a black vulture effigy, and we have those on hand. If you have a pasture where you're calving, we can hang a couple of these up around the edges of the pastures, and that'll scare those birds off. We bring pyrotechnics and other tools to harass vultures off the site. Lasers can work very well. We also carry all the permits to do lethal removals if necessary. If you have a calf that was deceased and you don't know what caused it, or you suspect that it could have been a black vulture that killed that, we can come out on site and provide a necropsy free of charge. The funding for that work is provided through the Missouri State Legislature to the Department of Agriculture, no cost to the landowner.
Find out more at agriculture.mo.gov.
This is St. Louis Blues broadcaster Chris Kerber inviting you to follow all the exciting action of St. Louis Blues hockey this season. If you can't make it to the game, the next best thing is being there listening here on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri. Your radio home for the St. Louis Blues.
Direct cash cattle trade is quiet and cash hogs are weak at midday. Hello, I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade activity has been quiet. Bids remain elusive. Asking prices are around $206 to $207 plus live in the south, but still haven't been established in the north. Significant trade volume will likely be delayed until the latter half of the week. At the Unionville Livestock Market in Missouri, steers and heifer are sold sharply higher, with most classes trading $15 to $25 higher. The USDA says the supply was moderate, but demand was very good. The market was active, and there were aggressive buyers in the crowd. Feeder supply included 77% steers. Medium and large one feeder steers 615 to 645 pounds brought $320 to $361. Feeder steers 862 to 883 pounds brought $286 to $293. Medium and large one feeder heifers 559 to 579 pounds brought $305.50 to $322.50. Boxed beef was mixed at midday with very good and light demand for moderate offerings. Choice up $6.02 at $329.34. Select is $1 lower at $308.23. The Choice Select spread is widened to $21.11. Cash hogs are weak at midday with solid negotiated purchases. Demand for U.S. pork on the global market has been strong, but there is some uncertainty as the industry continues to monitor trade moves from the administration. There's optimism domestic demand could get a bump because it remains a competitively priced protein. Hog weights were up slightly on the week, but nearly 3 pounds heavier than year-ago levels. Barrows and Gilts at the National Daily Director down 24 cents with a base range of $86.50 to $91 and a weighted average of $90.05. Prices at the regional direct markets were not reported due to confidentiality. Butcher hog prices at the Midwest cash markets are steady at $60. At Illinois, slaughter-sow prices were $3 lower with moderate demand for moderate offerings at $57 to $69. Barrows and Gilts were $3 higher with moderate demand for moderate offerings at $54 to $64. And pork values were firm at midday, up 18 cents at $95.82. Bellies are sharply higher. Hams, butts, and pig necks are higher, while ribs are sharply lower and loins are lower. I'm Megan Grebner, Brownfield Ag News.
Farming's hard. To feed the world, farmers have to work the land, brave the elements, and fight the battle against weeds. Weeds reduce crop yield, so prices go up and everybody gets less to eat. But 50 years ago, farmers got a new tool to fight weeds, glyphosate. It kills weeds while protecting the harvest. Time and again, it has been approved by the EPA and by leading regulatory bodies around the world. It helps enable practices that reduce erosion and keep soil healthy, which is good for the earth. Farming's hard, but it's a little easier with glyphosate. Learn more at go.bayer.com/glyphosate. Paid for by Bayer.
Our farmers feed us all. For generations, they've done what's best for the land. So why is the litigation industry threatening Missouri farmers' go-to crop protection tool? Without glyphosate-based herbicides, crop yields will drop, costs will soar, and we'll all see even higher grocery bills. Farmers need to be supported, not controlled. To keep glyphosate available in our state, go to TakeControlMissouri.com. Paid for by Modern Ag Alliance in support of Missouri farmers.
At KSMO has been the Brownfield Commentary and Livestock Report brought to you as a courtesy of all of us right here at KSMO. Time for our updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. 4 pages of news that you can use. It's absolutely free. You'll find it in Salem and in Bunker. Pick one up today or go online to KSMRadio.com. Your World Today since 1992. Memorial services for Dolores Lee Kitchens will be held tomorrow at 1 at the Salem Chapel of James and Gar Mortuary. Visitation will be held prior to the service from noon until service time. All the arrangements are under the direction of the James and Gar Mortuary of Salem for Dolores Lee Kitchens, whose memorial service will be held at 1 o'clock tomorrow at the Salem Chapel of James and Gar Mortuary. Darrell Wayne Emery of Salem passed away at the age of 70. A celebration of life will be held for Darrell Wayne Emery of Salem at a later date. Memorial contributions may be made to the Wilson Mortuary to help with the final expenses. Envelopes are available and all the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for Darrell Wayne Emery, whose celebration of life will be held at a later date. And that's a look at our updated funeral announcements, brought to you as a courtesy of all of us here at KSMO and Your World Today. Remember to pick up Your World Today where you can get news and weather, also our daily investment report, as well as obituaries and sports, all in 4 pages of news you can use. Your World Today. Local news coming your way next in just a moment.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
Here at KSMO, it's now time for a look at local news. Local news brought to you by your friends at the SBU Salem campus, located 501 South Grand Street, right here in Salem. It provides quality higher education close to home for the residents of Dent County and surrounding areas. To find out more information about the degrees or the programs offered by SBU Salem, just contact them at 729-7071. That's 729-7071. SBU Salem campus, bringing you a look at local news. The tornado that hit Rollins community was confirmed now as an EF2. The storm caused significant damage with over 750 structures affected within the city limits. An additional 150-plus structures are estimated to have been damaged outside Rolla within Phelps County. Utility teams are actively working to restore services, and they have a goal of doing so within a week. Missouri State Highway Patrol is sad to report a weather-related fatality resulting from a generator being operated inside a residence. They urge everyone to prioritize safety by never operating generators indoors or near residences. The damage across the region is extensive, and the recovery journey will be challenging. Citizens are being asked to please remain patient as response teams work tirelessly and continue to check on your neighbors. As part of the damage, the Department of Revenue has temporarily closed the license office in Rolla at 1038 South Bishop due to that storm damage. A reopening date has not yet been determined. Customers that do need motor vehicle and driver's licensing services are encouraged to visit nearby offices, including here in Salem. Local residents should be aware that this could increase wait times. While utility and internet services are being restored in Rolla, local residents unaffected can access online services for license plate renewals, check registration renewal requirements, or use the department's chatbot Dora for assistance. Additionally, vehicle and watercraft registrations can be renewed by calling 573-751-1957 Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30. Campground and access point repairs are continuing at the Ozark National Scenic Riverways following a record-setting flood in November of 2024. Tentative plans for summer operations have been set. Some areas may look different than in the past with altered landscapes and amenities. Areas that were heavily damaged may remain closed in 2025. Starting with developed campgrounds and group sites, major repairs are still needed at Acres, Round Spring, and Pultite. Acres and Round Spring are expected to reopen their group sites by Memorial Day, while Pultite is expected to partially reopen around the same time. Updates on reservations for these locations will be posted on recreation.gov, Facebook, and the park website. During the flood, Pultite sustained the most damage of any park location. The front half of the campground was scoured by floodwaters, and multiple amenities were destroyed or made inoperable. However, the 2 restroom buildings farther back are in good condition. As a result, a partial reopening is planned by Memorial Day weekend. As expected, the number of sites at Pultite will be temporarily reduced. All 3 group sites are expected to reopen, but only about 35 family sites will reopen. Approximately 20 sites will likely remain closed pending major repairs to the landscape roadways and the restroom shower house. Restrooms will be available at Group Site 1 Group Site 3, and the amphitheater. Showers will be available at the Group Site 1 restroom building. Reservations for all available campsites should be made on recreation.gov. Pull-tight landing is a high priority for the maintenance division as they work to ensure some smooth operation for the summer season. Pavement and parking repairs will be key challenges. Visitors should be mindful of construction zones and closures during the week. Backcountry campgrounds are expected to open in time for the summer season unless unforeseen delays or additional flooding should occur. Sinking Creek, Cedar Grove, Jerktail, and Broadfoot will all require further work. The park will post updates as to when these campgrounds will open. One exception will be the D. Murray Campground, and it will remain closed due to heavy flood damage, but the day use area is expected to be open alongside with other backcountry sites. The reopening of some campgrounds may occur earlier or later than the Memorial Day expectation. They do appreciate your patience as the National Park Service continues to complete the repairs. For questions and updates, call 573-323-4236. To reserve a developed campsite, go to recreation.gov or call 877-444-6777. For more information on developed backcountry or primitive camping options, visit the park's camping page at gonps.gov/OZAR camping. The Missouri Department of Conservation staff, partner federal agencies, and partnering fire departments fought more than 224 wildfires covering more than 15,500 Missouri acres between March 10th and the 16th. Dry conditions and high winds sparked hundreds of wildfires around Missouri last week, primarily on March 13th and 14th, before severe thunderstorms and tornadoes swept into the state and quenched many of the blazes. While more than 20 homes and numerous vehicles and outbuildings were lost to the flames, there were no reported injuries or deaths. More than 90 specially trained Department of Conservation staff responded to 83 of the wildfires around the state, covering nearly 9,000 acres. According to the department, the Camdenton area in central Missouri had 42 fires with a total of 6,086 acres burned, including 761 acres on Granny's Acres Conservation Area in Benton County. More than 30 MDC staff responded. Department of Conservation staff fought 19 fires in the Ozark region of the state, covering nearly 1,500 acres, nearly including 300 acres of conservation lands. They reported that extreme weather conditions had one of its teams fighting a fire 1 minute and then taking shelter in a Denton County homeowner's basement for a tornado warning the very next. The department staff in the St. Louis region assisted with 6 separate fires covering nearly 300 acres, including in Davisville, on Highway 47 near Potosi, on 178 acres at the River Round Conservation Area in Franklin County, and on nearly 80 acres at the Glassberg Family Conservation Area in Jefferson County. Staff also assisted local fire departments in containing a 12-acre fire in private land in Reynolds County north of the Current River Conservation Area. While these fires have been contained and extinguished, the National Weather Service still has red flag warnings for parts of Missouri. A red flag warning is issued to inform the public, firefighters, and the land management agencies that conditions are ideal for wildfire ignition and rapid spread. Some wildfires, though, are set by vandals, so help stop arson by calling Operation Forced Arson at 800-392-1111. Callers will remain anonymous, and rewards are possible. Christopher Olds, the Salem District Ranger for the Mark Twain National Forest, will be the featured speaker of the Denton County Historical Society Speaker Series on Tuesday, March 25th at 6 in the evening. The event will be at the James and Gar Family Center in downtown Salem. Olds will discuss the forest's significance and its role in the Salem area. A community question and answer session with Ranger Olds will begin at 5, providing an opportunity to meet Olds and interact with members of the Denton County Historical Society Board. Olds, who joined the Salem Ranger District in 2023, brings extensive experience to the fisheries and wildlife management from his 17 years with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, including collaboration with tribal First Nations in Canada. He also previously served as a district ranger on the Medicine Bow Route National Forest in Colorado. Currently, Olds manages areas of the Mark Twain National Forest intersected by the Trail of Tears and actively works with the Cherokee Nation to preserve and educate the public about the historic route. For more information about this meeting, contact Denton County Historical Society's President Dolores Gray Wood at 573-729-2545. More after this.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Power Tour Tool Days is going on right now. K&H Auto Supply in Salem. We get a 2-pack go-through screwdriver set for $7.99, an 11-piece wrench set for $29.99, and a 3-in-1 ratchet for $28.99. Stop by K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store during Power Tour Tool Days.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Let's meet the Town and Country Bank lending team. Andrew Wynn, Sammy Parker, and Doug Barnes. They're here to help you achieve your financial goals with personalized lending solutions tailored just for you. Whether you're looking to buy your dream home, expand your business, or pursue any other financial endeavor, the Town and Country Bank is committed to guiding you through every step. Stop by one of their 2 Salem branches and discover what hometown banking is all about. Town and Country Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 402782.
Jackson Hewitt wants you to save money on tax prep. We're saving money by having our intern rap in this commercial.
Don't stress, Jackson Hewitt's got expert tax prep, $149 or less. Yo, some tax guys lie about price. They got hidden fees, that ain't nice. Ain't nice. Don't ignore MC Kevin's rhyme, cause this deal's for a limited time. $149.
For tax prep that's $149 or less, hurry into Jackson Hewitt today.
No cap.
Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Let's take another look at that weather for this afternoon, and it looks like it's going to be a very windy day with that wind advisory in effect till 8 tonight and a red flag warning in effect till 8 tonight as well because of not only the wind, but the very low relative humidity. So very dry out there. Please, no burning of any type today. We'll have some intermittent sun and we'll have some clouds. It will be a windy day with southwesterly winds at about 20 to 25, gusting as high as 40 to 45 miles an hour. By tonight, we'll have a slight chance of getting some rain during the evening. That will change into some snow, and it should be snow probably a little bit before midnight and after midnight. There could be a little bit of light accumulation on grassy surfaces. Otherwise, cloudy tonight. Low of 29 with wind chills as low as 17 by early morning. Those winds will be out of the west initially at 15 to 25, moving to the northwest after midnight, and gusting as high as 40 miles an hour. Chance of getting that precipitation, 50%. Then clouds Thursday morning. We'll have sunshine during the afternoon, high 51, with winds out of the northwest at 12 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 30, putting wind chills in the low 40s throughout most of the day. Thursday night will be clear and cool, down around 30 with wind chill values. In the evening at about 25, we'll have northwesterly winds that'll be about 5 to 10 miles an hour during the evening, but after midnight, they'll become light and variable. Partly sunny come Friday, high of 63. Winds will be moving out of the south at 5 to 15 and gusting up to 30 miles an hour by the late afternoon. Clear Friday night, low of 36, and sunny Saturday, high of 61, with rain moving into the area Saturday night. We'll have cloudy skies and a low of 42, with more rain Sunday morning to the early afternoon. It'll be cloudy throughout the entire day and a high of near 65, and then partly cloudy Sunday night, low of 35, and sunny skies on Monday and a high of 56 degrees. Currently here at KSMO Radio, it's still 69. We do have those winds now just out of southwest, so they're starting to make a little change here. Still at 27 to 30 miles an hour and gusting to 42 here at KSMO Radio. We do have relative humidity right now in your hometown radio station, setting at 30, up, making it 29%, just went down a little bit. and we do have really just a slight chance, maybe about a 10% chance of getting a sprinkle during the afternoon, but it'll be wind-driven if we get it. And that look at weather brought to you as a courtesy of all of us right here at KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station. We appreciate you being along with us. We got some sports news coming your way next in just a moment right here on KSMO Radio.
What percentage of people who take drugs end up becoming addicted, lose control of one's life, and die of an overdose? No one can say for sure. But is taking drugs worth the risk?
Get the facts. For more information, call the Healthy Dent County Prevention Coalition at 573-729-8163 or visit their website at salemcommunitycenter.org.
Farming's hard. To feed the world, farmers have to work the land, brave the elements, and fight the battle against weeds. Weeds reduce crop yield, so prices go up and everybody gets less to eat. But 50 years ago, farmers got a new tool to fight weeds, glyphosate. It kills weeds while protecting the harvest. Time and again, it has been approved by the EPA and by leading regulatory bodies around the world. It helps enable practices that reduce erosion and keep soil healthy, which is good for the earth. Farming's hard, but it's a little easier with glyphosate. Learn more at go.bayer.com/glyphosate. Paid for by Bayer.
Let's take a look at some local sports news. Salem boys and girls teams get ready for spring season. That gets underway starting this weekend with a doubleheader for the boys baseball team here at home at the Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. We'll not be carrying those games here. They will be at the Salem Baseball Field Complex at a time yet to be determined. And then the spring softball season gets underway as our Lady Tigers will be in Elsinore for the East Carter Round Robin Tournament. And again, at times yet to be determined. Good luck to our Lady Tigers and our boys baseball Tigers. Our first game on KSMO will be Monday afternoon as our boys travel to Steelville, take on the Cardinals, 4:15 with Tiger Talking coach Tony Edwards. Blues defeated Nashville last night by a final score of 4-1. Jordan Cairo had a couple of goals for the Blues, who are now in 9th place. They are tied with Vancouver for the 8th slot in the last wild card position, but Vancouver has one game in hand. Those two teams will tangle on Thursday in a game delayed on KSMO until after the Missouri Tiger Drake game, which will be held at 6 o'clock on Thursday night, the NCAA tournament game with Missouri and Drake. And that'll do it for a look at local sports news, brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. And here comes sports news up next from the Missouri Net.
I'm Bill Pollock. Steven Matz is on the mound. He's thrown a few pitches. The Cardinals just getting started with the Washington Nationals spring training baseball today. The Royals playing tonight under the lights in Arizona. Michael Wacha trying to figure some things out this spring. An ERA of 12.38. He'll go up against the Giants. Jordan Hicks, familiar name from the Cardinals. He's starting for the Giants tonight. Mizzou has hired Kelly Harper as the new women's basketball coach. She sat out this year but spent 5 years at Tennessee and before that 6 years at Missouri State and took them to the Sweet 16 in 2019. Harper has been a head coach for 20 years, 393 wins. The SLU Billikens out of the NIT. Arkansas State hit 16 three-pointers. They beat SLU 103-78. Robbie Avila led the Bills with 22 points.
I apologize from the team. With the season ending that way, nobody wanted that season to end like that. The fans didn't deserve the season to end like that. There's a standard set for championship teams, and we just never met that standard throughout the entire course of the year.
Division II, UMSL out of the Sweet 16. They lost to Lake Superior State 75-62. The Blues picked up a 4-1 win over Nashville. They are 10-2-2 in their last 14 games. And Joel Hofer got the win last night in goal. He's won 63% of his starts. Coach Jim Montgomery.
Just shows you the confidence and swagger that he has, but also that the team has. And just the self-belief that he has in himself. We're lucky we have two goalies that really believe in themselves, and they give our team confidence every time they're in the crease.
The Blues will take on Vancouver tomorrow night. Those two teams tied for the final wildcard spot. Mizzou softball beat Illinois for their 6th straight win, 5-3. The Tigers will host number 1 Oklahoma this weekend. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
It's the 50th anniversary of Missouri Net. Hall of Fame sports broadcaster John Rooney worked for the network in the early years.
Congratulations to Learfield, Missouri Net,
50 years. I don't know where the time went, but it's unbelievable where Missouri Net evolved into the Tiger Network and then on to Learfield Sports, and how big that has become over the years, out of the little area of Jefferson City, Missouri. To say I was a part of that, I'm quite proud.
Do you have a black vulture issue on your farm? Apply for a depredation permit through the Missouri Farm Bureau today. It's free, quick, and easy. Simply call Missouri Farm Bureau at 573-893-1417 or send an email to blackvultures@mofb.org. That's blackvultures@mofb.org. Farm Bureau will send you a permit application to fill in and sign, and you'll be able to reduce black vulture threats in no time. For more information, visit agriculture.mo.gov.
I'm Sia, and I support Humane World for Animals, formerly called the Humane Society of the United States. Together, we have created a new version of Peter Gabriel's beautiful song, Salisbury Hill, to celebrate Humane World for Animals and everything they do. Enjoy the song and join us in helping Humane World for Animals end animal cruelty.
More than 6 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's disease, and 2/3 are women. Hi, I'm Maryland Delegate Cherie Sample Hughes, Chair for Women in Government. Alzheimer's disease progresses slowly over 10 to 20 years in stages. Recognizing symptoms early could help make a difference. A timely diagnosis may allow for more options, including access to emerging care. Speak with your doctor to see if testing is the right next step for you and your family. Find more information at womeningovernment.org.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Today at K&H Auto Supply in Salem, you'll find KCL Coolant Link Repair for $15.49. Hot Shot Secret Stiction Eliminator Diesel Oil Additive only $49.99. And Park City Conventional Motor Oil, 5 quarts and a microguard filter for $25.99. Stop by today and save at K&H Auto Supply in Salem.
Park City. Yeah, Park City. Park City.
Missouri Net News, I'm Anthony Morabith. Governor Mike Kehoe has added Dunklin and Madison counties to his request for preliminary damage assessments from last Friday's severe weather. The initial request included 23 counties that produced at least 13 tornadoes and severe thunderstorms that struck parts of southern and eastern Missouri, killing at least 12 people. And the tornadoes have also damaged at least 27 Missouri K-12 public schools. State Education Commissioner Carl Esslinger says Missouri is working to ensure funding is not reduced for districts who can't hold classes as a result of building damage.
Obviously, we don't want this tragedy to be something that they have to have unintended consequences.
The House last month passed a bill that would provide tax breaks to those who invest in child care centers, give businesses a tax break to help offset child care costs for their employees, and allow child care centers to claim a tax break for expanding or for giving raises to their workers. It's sponsored by Republican House member Brenda Shields of St. Joseph.
Trouble recruiting employees because of the lack of child care and retaining employees.
This is Missouri Nats.
It's time to break the silence surrounding mental health. Too often people suffer in silence, afraid to ask for help. That's where 988 comes in. It's a safe, confidential space where you can talk openly about your struggles without fear of judgment. Whether you're experiencing a crisis or you just need someone to listen, 988 is here for you. You're not alone. Let's break the silence together. Call 988. Your mental health matters. 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, Missouri.
We are the keepers of the wild. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving the natural landscapes that define our nation. Nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters. Together with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
It's officially home buying season and the market is heating up. Buying a home is a huge decision and where to get your home loan is just as important. Don't buy your home without checking into Riverways Federal Credit Union's great rates and service. Riverways is not for profit and has more ways to say yes, and you can apply in less than 5 minutes. Need a pre-approval to help seal the deal? We've got you covered. Get started at Riverways FCU today. Riverways Federal Credit Union, located in Rolla, Salem, and Cuba.
Our music is our success. KSMO Salem.
I'm Sia, and I support Humane World for Animals, formerly called the Humane Society of the United States. Together, we have created a new version of Peter Gabriel's beautiful song, Salisbury Hill, to celebrate Humane World for Animals and everything they do. Enjoy the song and join us in helping Humane World for Animals end animal cruelty.
Have you been to agroamerica.com? What are you waiting for? One site, one app, one stop for 24-hour ag news and podcasts. Ag news from the best reporters and podcasters, plus a steady stream of country hits for free. AgriAmerica, the place for timely, accurate, and dependable ag news. From the cab, to the truck, to the barn, to the kitchen. AgriAmerica is ready to arm you with the knowledge you need as a farmer or rancher. Grab your smartphone and get it today. AgriAmerica.
Forecast for this afternoon does call for that wind advisory to remain in effect until 8 o'clock tonight, as well as a red flag warning in effect until 8 o'clock tonight. Remember, winds are excessive today, and the relative humidity is very low, so please, no burning of any type. Please, no burning outdoors of any type. Our forecast for the rest of the day, clouds will increase as we go into the evening hours and into the afternoon, and we will have a temperature that is dropping during the afternoon, probably getting to about 55 or so by near the 5 o'clock hour. It's going to be windy. We're going to have winds out of southwest throughout the rest of the afternoon at 23 up to 30 miles an hour, gusting to 45. Then tonight, clouds will roll in. We'll have a chance of getting some rain before 9 o'clock. That will possibly change into some snow and have a minor accumulation on grassy areas after 10. We'll have a low of 29 degrees by early morning. Yeah, and we'll have a wind chill possibly as low as 17 by early Thursday morning. It will have a west wind at 15 to 25 miles an hour that'll move to the northwest after midnight and could gust up to 40 miles an hour. The chance of rain and or snow is 50%. We'll have clouds early Thursday morning. Eventually they'll thin out and we'll have some sunshine by the afternoon. High of 51. We will have winds out of the northwest at 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 30. Thursday night clear, the low of 30 degrees. We'll say 29, though, probably be closer, with northwesterly winds of 5 to 10, becoming light and variable late Thursday night. For Friday, we'll have some sunshine, and we'll have a few clouds roll in as well in the morning, and we'll have a high about 63. Winds, they're going to shift back to the south at 5 to 15 and could gust up to near 30 miles an hour. Clear skies Friday night, low 36. Sunshine's expected Saturday at a high of 61. We'll have rain moving into the area Saturday night and the Sunday morning, mostly after midnight. Cloudy otherwise, a low of 42 with sunshine maybe Sunday evening, after 5 o'clock. Otherwise, mostly cloudy on Sunday, with those showers coming to an end by early afternoon, and a high of 64. Partly cloudy Sunday night, 35 with the low, and then we'll have sunshine on Monday, topping out about 56 degrees. Currently, partly cloudy skies. We have a temperature reading right now 69 degrees still at KSMO Radio, with winds out of southwest at 27 miles an hour, 29% the relative humidity here at KSMO Radio. Again, we are under that wind advisory and also that red flag warning for our area, so please, no outdoor burning of any kind. Now look at weather brought to you by Philmart in Salem. No matter when you need gas, remember to stop on by and fill up your tank at Philmart. Their gas pumps are open 24/7 for your convenience. That's diesel, ethanol-free premium, and unleaded. Stop on by and check it out at Philmart today. While you're there during the day, head on inside to shop or go through the convenient covered drive-through window to pick up a few necessary items that you might need. Some beverages or snacks for your trip, and they're there for you. Philmart in Salem at the corner of 19 and Franklin. Open every day, 7 days a week.
Philmart believes in providing their customers with the best variety of spirits and other beverage options. For example, they offer St. James wines, including their new sparkling wines with fruit in them. They also have your favorite spirits like Jim Beam, Crown Royal, Jameson, Seagram's, Jack Daniels, Captain Morgan, and more, and the 750 milliliter bottles, the 1.75 liter bottles, and smaller bottles behind the counter. Philmart, more than just a convenience store, at the corner of Highway 19 in Franklin, open 7 days a week.
Bombas makes the most comfortable